Hello, Namaste, and welcome to my channel, Spiritual Gina, where I encourage you to live from your soul. My name is Gina. So I wanted this video to be filmed a different way. I did want it to include captions on screen, and I was filming via Instagram stories, but just was not working out. So we're going to go ahead and do it this way. So happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is Monday when I am filming this. Today, I want to talk about my favorite thing about human design and understanding your chart in an intuitive way, and why I think it is more beneficial to understand it in an intuitive way. So first, let's talk what human design is. This will be my own personal definition. I think people say more succinct things, other people add more in, but in my opinion, human design basically is a system to understand how your energy works internally, and that in turn allows you to make decisions that supports your energy type. And in human design, I am a pure generator. I may be able to put my chart on the screen, but if you are able to see it, as you can see, I'm very, very open. And if you cannot see it, if I can't put it up, just know that the two centers I have defined in my chart is the root center and the sacral center. So I have two centers defined out of 9. So very, very open chart. So this is why I want to talk about my favorite thing about human design, because it could seem like such a strange concept, especially if you have received a reading and it hasn't resonated with you. But my favorite thing about human design is that I'm able to see patterns when I look into the past. And this is before I knew about human design, but I'm able to see into my past how my energy reacted or responded to certain situations, and how I use that information sometimes to make good choices and other times to make not so good choices. So I would say that I really see how my energy type worked, which is I'm a sacral response person. And I do have a lot of gates to find in the emotional center as well. So I think I kind of taken a lot more energy there, having so many gates to find there. But I can see basically how my energy contracted and or expanded when in certain situations. And I would say that relationships is the biggest arena where I could see points of contraction and expansion, but mainly contraction, because those were not aligned in situations, at least not aligned to my authentic being. So we're going to say guy number 1. This guy number 1 was just not the best relationship at all, but I think I was definitely learning more about myself and learning about what I would and wouldn't tolerate. But whenever I would be around this person, I just felt like, I don't know, small and like constricted and just unwell. But I would kind of lie to myself and say, oh my God, I like this person. This person is doing amazing things for me, you know, but really it was a very toxic situation. And of course I played my part in it as well. But I remember the day that I decided to leave that situation, because it wasn't a relationship. I decided to leave that situation. And, you know, as I was walking down the steps, saying goodbye energetically to that situation, I just remember having such expansiveness in my sacral area. Like it was like a light was on and I could just feel lighter. I felt so expanded, so clear. And it was just so cool to like look back on that experience and see that that was my sacral response. Like it was always responding to him with contraction. But when I left, suddenly I'm expanded, I'm light, I'm open. I feel like a weight has been lifted. And that was my sacral response saying, yes, that is something that you need to do. And we're going to call him guy number 2. This is just 2 examples, by the way. Guy number 2, when I was in a relationship with him, there was a situation where, you know, I had to make a quick decision in the relationship. And I was like, hey, body, is this good or no? And like, when I say like I contracted so hard with this person, it was like all the energy was sucked out of my body. And it was just such a visceral, but like, again, a sacred response experience that just really allowed me to have the memory of saying, oh shit, Gina, that's your sacred response right there. And I'm going to segue. Well, I want to say this. And I think the reason why I know the reason why I'm able to have such intense insights into human design, into me recognizing areas of my life where I was using my sacred response unbeknownst to me, because I only discovered human design in maybe 2020, and all of those experiences I described happened 2018, 2019. So I did not know anything about human design, but I was using my sacred response unbeknownst to me. I have gate 33 as my sun in human design, and the sun is connected to the incarnation cross. It's that part of the cross is 3319. So gate 19 is about sensitivity, and gate 33, which is the sun gate, is about being able to have intense reflection about experiences. So me being able to see me using my sacred response is literally a part of my sun, so my incarnation cross, what I'm here to do. And so and that's also, I think, on my unconscious side. So that is the more body design portion. And so for me, it's just so amazing to see how expressive my body has always been. And just especially as you begin to tune into the wisdom. And yeah. And so understanding your chart intuitively. I believe that it's important to understand your chart intuitively, apart from any interpretations from specialists. And I'm not saying specialists like, there are people that can specialize in human design, but I believe that it's important to understand your chart intuitively, because you're able to pick up on more insight, and especially because the human design system combines several different mystical practices like I Ching, Kabbalah, chakras. I think particularly understanding the chakra system and understanding how that works in human design. So you're not needing language to understand your human design. You're just understanding it intuitively. And I am someone that I am a chakra expert, chakra course, bio, you know where to look. I am a chakra expert, basically. And so just being able to understand the human design aspect and overlaying that and underlaying that as well with my knowledge about the chakra system, I just believe that it's important to understand your chart intuitively. And that basically means apart from any verbal language, because then you will be able to just really have more insight, I believe, and just more insight apart from what other people say. Because I've had some readings, I've had multiple human design chart readings, and none of them really helped. I've, super grateful that I have the experience, but none of them really helped me go deeper. And I think it's because we don't start from intuitive level. We start from understanding it with the mind, with the not self. And so understanding your chart intuitively means you understand it from and apart from language. And I think it's more beneficial. And I've had so many insights just looking at my chart intuitively, looking at my undefined head, looking at my open G center, looking at my open ego center, looking at my undefined emotional center, looking at my undefined spleen center. And my spleen is also where I have my conscious sun at. So much tension there, having your sun in a fear center, basically. But yeah, that's kind of what it is today. So I want to keep this video very short. So thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And yeah, bless.